Welcome to AI ToolBox. Today we're diving deep into Lensa AI,
Oh, yeah.
this app that's turning everyone and their selfies
Mm-hmm.
into works of art.
Yeah, and sparking some really interesting conversations along the way.
Exactly. And it's surprisingly simple.
It really is.
You upload a bunch of selfies, and Lensa AI's magic avatars
Mm-hmm.
feature uses AI to
Yeah.
transform them into these incredible artistic renditions.
It's really amazing what it can do.
No artistic skills needed. You just pick a style
Right.
or let the AI surprise you.
I mean, what's really fascinating to me is how this technology is built.
Okay, so break it down for us.
So Lensa AI leverages something called generative adversarial networks, or
Yeah, I've heard of those.
GANs for short.
GANs.
Yeah, basically you have two neural networks working together. One generates the images and the other acts as like a critic,
Oh, interesting.
constantly refining the output until it becomes incredibly realistic and stylistically consistent.
So it's like having a digital artist and a discerning critic all in one,
Yeah, you could say that.
working together to create your perfect avatar. That's wild.
And the training data is crucial here.
I bet.
These gens are trained on massive data sets of artwork
Okay.
spanning various styles and genres.
Wow.
This allows Lensa AI to capture the essence of different artistic movements
Yeah.
and apply them to your selfies.
That explains why the results are so impressive.
Mhm.
It's not just slapping a filter on your photo.
Yeah.
It's actually creating something new based
Uh-huh.
on deep artistic references.
Exactly. And that's a big part of why it's gone viral again.
Oh, yeah,
The hashtag Lensa AI is exploding on social media platforms like Twitter.
for sure.
People are sharing their avatars, comparing results,
Yeah.
challenging friends to join the fun.
I feel like everyone is trying to figure out what their anime self would look like,
Right.
or their Renaissance portrait.
It's tapped into this playful side of self-expression.
Yeah.
And, even influencers like at Digital Artista are praising Lensa AI,
I've seen that.
calling it a game changer for personal branding.
They were saying something like Lensa AI is like having a personal artist on call, ready to create visuals that perfectly capture your personality.
Yeah, and that's a key point.
Mhm.
While it's fun to see ourselves reimagined in these different styles,
Yeah.
it also makes you think about how this technology might impact, the art world
For sure.
and even our own self-perception.
It's definitely more than just a pretty picture.
Yeah.
It's sparked this whole conversation about AI's role in art and creativity.
Definitely.
So on the one hand, you have people saying it's democratizing art, making it accessible to everyone, even if you can't paint or draw.
Exactly. You no longer need years of training or expensive equipment to create art.
Right.
Lensa AI puts that power in everyone's hands, which is a pretty remarkable shift.
Absolutely. But on the other hand,
Yeah.
there are concerns about the potential devaluation of traditional artistic skills.
Mm.
Does Lensa AI diminish the value of those who've spent years mastering their craft?
That's a valid question. It's not about replacing human artists, but it does challenge us to think about how we define art and creativity
Right.
in a world where AI can generate such impressive results.
It's definitely a complex issue with no easy answers.
Yeah.
And it's not just about art itself. Some people are concerned about the data privacy aspects
Yeah.
of using Lensa AI.
Right. To use the app, you need to upload personal photos, which raises questions about where that data goes,
Sure.
how it's used to train the AI, and whether it's truly secure.
This is a bit of a trade-off, isn't it?
Yeah.
The creative potential of the app versus
Yeah.
potential privacy risks.
Yeah.
Something we all need to consider.
Absolutely. But before we delve into those concerns,
Okay.
I want to emphasize how exciting it is to see AI pushing the boundaries of what's possible with art and self-expression.
Totally. It's a powerful tool that can spark creativity, inspire new ideas,
For sure.
and help us see ourselves in entirely new ways.
And for those listening, we encourage you to try Lensa AI and experience it for yourselves. See what artistic masterpieces you can create from your own selfies.
Yes. Share your creations with us in the comments. We'd love to see your unique Lensa AI avatars.
Definitely.
And be sure to follow at AI for the People for more daily deep dives into the exciting world of AI tools.
Yay.
We're just scratching the surface here, and there's so much more to explore.
Exactly. So what does this all mean for you, the listener? Let's unpack that in the next part of our Lensa AI deep dive.
Okay, so we've talked about all the amazing possibilities, but let's get real for a second.
Yeah.
What about those privacy concerns? It does feel a little strange handing over a bunch of selfies
Yeah.
to an AI.
I get it. It's a valid concern.
Yeah.
Whenever we're uploading personal data, especially photos,
Right.
it's natural to wonder where that data goes and how it's being used.
So let's break it down.
Mm.
What are some of the specific privacy risks people have raised about Lensa AI?
One of the biggest concerns is data storage.
Okay.
When you use Lensa AI, your photos are uploaded to their servers. While Prisma Labs, the company behind the app, claims to delete those photos
Okay.
after the avatars are generated,
Hmm.
it's hard not to think about the potential for data breaches.
Yeah, we've all heard those horror stories about companies losing user data or
Yeah.
having their systems hacked.
Right.
It definitely makes you think twice before uploading anything too personal.
Right. And even if the data is stored securely, there are questions about how it's being used to train the AI.
Yeah.
Lensa AI's algorithms are constantly learning and evolving, and they do that by analyzing the data
Right.
they're fed.
So, in a way, by using Lensa AI, we're all contributing to the development of this technology.
Right.
But it's not always clear how that technology will be used in the future.
Mm.
What if it ends up being used for something we didn't agree to?
That's a valid concern, and it highlights the importance of
Yeah.
reading privacy policies carefully
Yeah.
and understanding how a company intends to use your data.
It feels like we're constantly navigating these new ethical gray areas.
Yeah.
As AI gets more sophisticated, it's a lot to keep up with.
It definitely is. And it's important to remember that technology is constantly evolving,
Yeah.
which means the ethical and legal frameworks surrounding it
Right.
are constantly playing catch up.
So what does that mean for us, the users? What can we do to protect ourselves and make informed choices about how we engage with these new tools?
I think the most important thing is awareness.
Okay.
We need to be informed about the potential risks,
Yeah.
ask critical questions, and understand how our data might be used.
It's about being proactive, not just blindly accepting whatever new technology comes along.
Exactly. Don't just click agree without reading the terms and conditions.
Right.
Research the company behind the app, look at their track record,
Okay.
and see what other users are saying about their experiences,
And remember, there's no pressure to use every new app that comes along.
right?
If you're not comfortable with the privacy implications of Lensa AI,
Yeah.
that's perfectly okay.
Yeah.
There are other ways to express your creativity.
Absolutely, it's your choice, and you should feel empowered to make the decision that's right for you.
But let's be real, the results from Lensa AI are pretty amazing.
Yeah,
Even with the privacy concerns, it's hard not to be tempted to see yourself
I know.
reimagined as an anime character or a Renaissance painting.
I get it. And ultimately, I think Lensa AI highlights a crucial point about the future of AI.
Okay.
It's not just about functionality, it's about experience, self-expression,
Yeah.
and pushing the boundaries of what we thought was possible.
It's a reminder that AI is a powerful tool with the potential to enhance our lives in so many ways.
Exactly, but it's a tool that needs to be used responsibly,
Hmm.
both by the developers who create these technologies and by the users who interact with them.
And that responsibility starts with having these conversations,
Right.
being aware of the potential risks and benefits, and making informed choices.
It's a journey we're all on together, figuring out how to navigate this exciting,
Right.
but sometimes overwhelming world of AI.
And that's why we do what we do here at AI ToolBox.
Excellent.
We want to demystify AI, explore its possibilities,
Yeah.
and empower you to use it in ways that are both creative and responsible.
We're all about finding that balance.
So as we wrap up this part of our deep dive into Lensa AI, what's the biggest takeaway for you, the listener?
I'd say this AI is changing the world one app at a time.
Wow.
And whether it's turning our selfies into works of art,
Right.
automating our tasks, or even helping us diagnose diseases, it's crucial that we approach these tools with a sense of curiosity, critical thinking,
Yeah.
and a healthy dose of skepticism.
We need to be informed users asking tough questions.
Yes.
And demanding transparency from the companies developing these technologies.
Exactly, because ultimately, AI's potential for good or bad depends on us.
Right.
The humans who create it and use it.
That's a powerful thought to leave our listeners with.
Yeah.
And speaking of powerful thoughts, it's incredible to think about how far AI has come just a few years ago. Something like Lensa AI would have seemed like science fiction.
Yeah, it really makes you wonder what the future holds.
Right.
As these AI tools become even more sophisticated and accessible, how will they shape our world? How will they impact our creativity, our relationships, and even our sense of self?
Those are some big questions. And
Hmm.
honestly, I don't think anyone has all the answers yet.
Yeah,
But that's what makes this whole field so fascinating, right?
absolutely. We're all part of this grand experiment,
Yeah.
figuring out how to harness the power of AI while also navigating the ethical complexities it
It's
presents.
like we're standing on the edge of a new frontier, and
Right.
there's a mix of excitement and apprehension in the air.
Yeah, it's important to remember that AI is ultimately a tool.
Right.
And like any tool, it can be used for good or for ill.
Yeah.
It all comes down to the choices we make both individually and collectively.
That brings us back to what we were saying earlier about informed decision making.
Yeah.
We need to be aware of the potential risks, but we also shouldn't let fear hold us back from exploring the incredible possibilities AI offers.
I completely agree. It's about finding that balance between caution and curiosity.
So for those of you who are intrigued by Lensa AI but still have some reservations,
Mhm.
what would you say to encourage them to give it a try?
I'd say start small. Maybe just upload a few non-sensitive photos to see how the app works,
Okay.
what kind of results it generates.
Yeah.
You can always delete your account later if you're not comfortable.
And remember, it's all about having fun. Don't take it too seriously.
Yeah, have fun with it.
Let your creativity run wild and see what amazing avatars you can create.
Exactly. It's a chance to play with your digital identity, explore different artistic styles,
Mhm.
and maybe even discover a new side of yourself.
And who knows, you might even end up with a new profile picture
You never know.
that perfectly captures your unique personality.
So go ahead and give Lensa AI a try. Share your creations with us.
Yes.
We'd love to see what you come up with.
Tag us on social media using hashtag #LensaDeepDive.
Yes, and be sure to follow at AI for the People for more daily deep dives into the exciting world of AI tools.
We'll be back tomorrow with another fascinating exploration
That's right.
of the cutting edge of AI innovation.
Always something new.
Until then, keep exploring, keep creating,
Yes.
and keep those questions coming.
See you in the next deep dive.